Alright, it's time for some biffo with UFC 2.
So far, Robbie. Look at that sprawl by Lawler. Oh! Again with to the head.
Yes, this is EA's second go-around with the Ultimate Fighting Championship license, the world's most popular brand of mixed martial arts fighting.
And like most of EA Sports titles, this is an iteration on the previous game with a few new features and tweaks to the gameplay.
Yeah, one thing I thought was a little disappointing though was that the career mode kind of feels like an afterthought. It's tucked all the way to the side in the main menu, and then when you get to it, it's pretty bare bones.
Yes, after you create your fighter, you're put in a basic reality TV show competition to become the next great UFC fighter. But outside of the intro, there isn't really any narrative or story to go along with it, which is a shame. You pretty much just do a few training mini-games, and then a fight, and then rinse and repeat.
Yeah, I feel like we expect a bit more from sports games after we've seen how they shine when developers go to the trouble to add in a story like they did with the latest NBA 2K, or even the latest Fight Night. It just makes the campaigns feel so much more rewarding and interesting, rather than like you're just improving a spreadsheet. But at least you can create a female fighter now.
And it's a great character creator too. Oh, Hex, I had a lot of fun with these sliders. Prepare yourself. Are you ready? Meet Bajo Big Wang.
Oh.
Here he is, the beautiful man. So majestic.
Yes, horrifying as always, Bajo.
You're welcome.
And I know I always go on about hair and character creation scenes, but there is a seriously terrible selection of hair choices for girls. It's pretty much just pigtails or cornrows and that's it. Is it too much to want to fight in style?
Hex, you don't have to tell me how important it is to look good when you're fighting. Yes, well, outside of the campaign, they've brought in the ever-popular Ultimate Team mode. This is where you create a team of fighters, take them online or fight AI, and earn coins to buy packs of cards, which unlock new moves and give various buffs to your fighters.
Yeah, I wasn't really sold on that mode, to be honest. I just don't see the appeal of having to unlock different punches and moves in random packs of cards. I mean, to me, it feels like a vehicle for them to put microtransactions in the game somewhere. Maybe I'm missing something?
No, I don't think so. I think that's a fair assessment. In terms of changes to the fighting mechanics, the biggest one I noticed is the new grapple assist, which tells you how to move the right stick in order to pull off certain grapple transitions. It's certainly helpful, but I'm still not much of a fan of the grappling. Just something about pushing a stick in a direction for a few seconds, it doesn't feel very skillful or satisfying.
Well, there is the new knockout mode, which eliminates the ground game and essentially turns it into a more traditional fighter. Out goes the stamina bar and hidden health system, and in comes a simple health meter where it's all about just punching and kicking your opponent until their health is gone.
It's a good mode, I think, especially because I find UFC such a daunting game. There's just so much going on between all the different fight styles available and ground and standing games. There's a lot to get your head around, so I appreciated the stripped-back nature of knockout mode.
Yeah, it does take a while to gel with the pacing and controls, doesn't it? I mean, it was pretty terrible for my first few matches, but once I got my blocks and timing down, I had a few impressive first-round TKOs. It's all about just getting them on the ground and then getting that ground and pound going on. Ah, but that moment you see their body go all limp, but you have to keep punching them until the ref calls it. Ugh. That's tough to watch, man.
Yeah, it really does capture the brutality of the sport at times. I found myself wincing when some of those blows connected and blood and sweat starts to fly. But at the same time, it can look pretty ridiculous too, with some wonky hit detection and animations.
Well, to be fair, I think Bajo Big Wang would make even the best animated fights look ridiculous. We should wrap this up though. Final thoughts?
Well, I don't consider myself a UFC expert, but I think this is a solid fighter, technically. I think fans will be happy, even though it does lack a bit of soul. So I'm going to give it 3 stars.
Yeah, I just don't think it was a big enough improvement on the last game to really justify itself. I mean, it's a pretty decent but uninspiring offering if you ask me, so I'm going to give it 2.5.
Check it out here.